What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Golden Dice Podcast, episode number 41, fresh off the heels of the Minnesota Regional. Flock has his timer this time. That you can see him twice on screen now because we see your reflection in your phone. So this timer's going down. I'm your host. I'm Jack. With me, I got Flock and Brian. How are you two gentlemen?
Doing great now.
I
will be in a minute and 30 seconds.
Are we well rested? Did we all get a nap in on Monday?
Oh yeah.
I didn't. I went and did chores.
Wow.
Big guy.
I don't think you did that many. I don't believe it.
I did like 5 things.
But yeah, I mean, all three of us went to Minneapolis this weekend for the regional, which the event I think ended up having around like 650 people, if I remember right. I don't think we just crossed 650, but we were right around there. So they did bump it to 9 rounds day one, so it was a bit of a cleaner cut. Made sure all X2s made it, and then I believe there was like 10 or so X3s or whatever below that made it. So overall, quick reaction, like one sentence, whatever. How are we feeling coming off that weekend? How did we enjoy Minnesota?
Loved it. Better than Richmond.
Yeah, it was great. I didn't do as well, but it was still fun.
Yeah, I'm there with you. I mean, I loved it. I enjoyed Richmond too, but I think having the Sunday there made this a little better. Like, I feel like my favorite night probably was Sunday night as compared to Richmond. We had to leave. I'm basically just trying to stall these extra 10 seconds before we get into a new topic.
There we go. For 7 seconds.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Honestly, we didn't even give it time for the intro either, so you probably could have done it like 5 seconds ago.
All right, we're good.
There you go. There you go. Cheers, Flock. Cheers.
Cheers. There we go.
I'm taking a break.
No, it's a monster.
That's wild.
Oh, is that it good?
No, it's Monster alcohol. It's
Yeah, is that
it's hard
is
monster.
it good?
Yeah.
Not sponsored, by the way.
Brian's question is still waiting to be answered. Is it good?
Yeah. Welcome to Flock.
No, it's terrible.
Anyways, so yeah, I mean, we went to that. Scott didn't make it. He had prior obligations. He's in Disney right now. Actually, today he made his lightsaber, Team Green. But yeah, we went, and we won't really spend too much time on the main event because all of us kind of scrubbed out, I guess, a little bit for that. So, yeah, I mean, I'll just run through mine real quick. I played Quinlan, Voss, Tarkentown. A lot of people thought I was going to be on Kira, and honestly, like half kicking myself that maybe I should have just ran her and prayed to the Swiss gods that I would not do mirror matches. Like I know Jim from Unplayable made day 2, crushed it. Shout out to him. I don't think he played a single mirror until day 2, like late day 2. But then there was like Ophir, Woo. I'm pretty sure definitely his first 2, maybe his first 3 games were mirrors. So it's like, if I would have ran her and done like Jim, I would have been happy that I made that choice. If I did it like Woo, I would have been very frustrated. I would have been tilted by the second round, even if I was 2-0 at that point. So I didn't play Kira just out of not wanting to play the mirror. She was very well situated. Just the only reason that put me off of that was that. And so I ran Quinlan, who I did well with in set 3. I think hindsight, I probably should have gotten more reps on Quinlan in set 4. I mean, even you guys know, like, I played a bunch of Quinlan last PQ season, but I don't really remember the last time I played
Maryland.
I think I played Quinlan, like, one time for our recording sessions, like, recently, and, like, that was kind of it.
Yeah.
I didn't even bring him to locals and stuff. Like, I even probably played Han more in person than maybe I should have just played, like, Han or Kira, which I did bring all 3 of those decks, but I went with Quinlan. I did just kind of like where the discard package was because I feel like people were getting off of caring about the discard package because they felt like Quinlan was getting shorted out of the meta. So, I just tried to kind of take Michael from Secret's list from Richmond and kind of update it because he was expecting a very Han meta, and that kind of didn't really come about. So, yeah, I just tried like a more updated list. I talked with Mickey D from Boston Network, and he put me on the R2s from Twilight, the 2/4, discard a card, search top 3. It was actually very fun playing R2D2 because I would always ask my opponents if they wanted to cut the 2 cards that I was putting to the bottom of the deck. One person did take me up on that, and that was funny. But yeah, I mean the deck felt fine. I think there was misplays all around. Even my game 1, I'll quickly go through some of the matchups. But game 1 was Luke Dadavolt, which is like the thing that I'm least excited to see. I feel like shields can kind of be annoying for Quinlan, and yeah, I won game 1. Game 2, I did my math wrong on what was lethal for him. I was factoring in Luke having 2 experience on him, but he actually had 4 because I had to kill Obi-Wan twice, which was also very annoying. And then he hit base when he could have killed something, and then in that moment I should have claimed and then open actioned with my Han that was on the board already to kill his Luke, but I hit with something else, and he was like, "Oh, I'll claim." And then I was out of resources, and then I just lost the game. It was pretty much how it went. And then I lost the third match, whatever. But shout out to Joe because he did make day 2. From there, I then won 3 in a row. I beat a Han 2, I beat a Sabine Dadavolt, and I beat a Kira Dadavolt. So my first 4 games were all Dadavolt that day. And all of them were pretty close. For the Kira game, the Han 2 I go well into just with Tarkentown pings. Sabine Dadavolt not having to deal with an early ECL is very nice, and then Kira was super close. The one game I lost, I got him to 32 multiple times, but he just kept healing, and I just couldn't get that last point of damage. Then I played a Vader yellow, and we raced pretty well. Game 1, I just did I probably bounced my Falcon 3 times. It was probably honestly very tilting for that person. But eventually he was able to flip Vader, and I didn't have a Bamboozle or Fang Fighter, and then he OB'd for 10, and I died. And then I played a Sabine ECL, which just wrecked me. Wasn't even close with either games. The funny part about the Sabine ECL game, though, because if you look behind me, you'll see that I collect all our spoilers in hyperfoil for display, and I bought a Poe, and the guy mentioned it to me, or when I bought from the TCG player, he reached out and said it was on his way, and I just small talk was oh, I bought it for the podcast, and as we sat down, he's like, you bought something from me, I think. I was like, oh, interesting. I was like, I've never talked to anybody who I bought anything from TCG player before, and then halfway he ECL'd Poe to kill me. I was like, that's what it was. I bought a Poe from you, and then he crushed me 2-0'd, and he made day 2 as well. So the Luke player I played made day 2. The Kira player that I played made day 2, and so did the Sabine ECL player. So I played 3 day 2 guys. They're people. And that was it. I went 3-3. So I lost first, won 3, and then lost 2. And then I dropped and did a draft with D-House because you guys were already drafting.
Yeah.
And that was pretty much my day 1 experience. You guys did great. You crushed it.
No, I crushed it.
The first block, you got a longer story than I do.
So my first round, by the way, I was playing Vader Dadavolt. Only reason why I was playing it was to help Brian get a showcase, and I failed. So the first round was Cad Dadavolt. First round of that game, I ramped. I got all my ramp, great, and I saw literally nothing. I'm pretty sure he was able to drop a what's the girl, the 2-drop with the see the hand and throw discard?
Bazine?
Bazine. Yeah, he Bazine me 4 or 5 times.
The card that you
I forgot the name. Yeah, Bazine me 5-6 times. And literally kept looking at my hand and be like, you can keep that. You can keep that, because literally my hand was Yalarin and a whole bunch of stuff that you didn't care about.
It's bad if the Bazine.
Yeah, he literally Bazimed me 5 times.
I know it's the third time I looked at your
think,
hand, but you can just keep on
Yeah, he Bazimed me the first time and got something good. I think after that, he literally just yeah, you can keep that, you can keep that. I'm like, thanks. So that was a bad game, and I chalked that up to when you first make your deck and you're checking your thing, and I didn't shuffle enough before, so I'm guessing it's probably what it was. But after that, I literally stomped them. The next game, I forget exactly what happened, but I think I ramped again and just got Devastator out, and just there's nothing you can do. And then game 3 was close, but I was able to pull it away. And yeah, then I lost to a Boss Dadavolt as my second round. Funny enough, the real reason why I lost was because I conceded when I had 20 HP remaining, and not. I thought I had 30. I thought he had lethal, so I conceded, and he kind of picked up his stuff, and then he's like, and I was like, I looked down, and I was talking about, oh, there's the Devastator. Ha, that could have. He's like, oh crap, do you want to walk this back? I was like, what do you mean? He goes, well, you have 13 HP remaining. I'm like, no, I have 3. He's like, no. I'm like, I look down, it's 2 10s. I'm like, why'd I do that? So
that sounds.
But
correct.
then he already kind of scooped the stuff up, and we were just talking. I'm like, yeah, if you don't know, he's like, I think I had a crate, and I'm like, well, if you had a crate, I couldn't win anyway, so I'm pretty sure I lose that anyway. But yeah, that was dumb on me. And then I played a Kier Data Vault. I got that too. Yeah, that was. I lost game 1. It was. I think the first game went to like 22 minutes remaining in the round. Like we were just going back and forth. He saw all 3 vigilances, healed 3 times, so healed 15 damage on that. And I just couldn't keep up game 1 and the game 2. I tried to go quickly, and I think I went a little too quickly, where he was just containing me and then took over. So I lost that 0-2, and then played a Piet Catacombs and got stomped. Just I could not deal with the space. But yeah, the fun deck when it does the stuff, but I didn't do the stuff.
There was a point where we were all 0-1 and Flock was 1-0.
Yeah, I was 1-0. It was great.
We're like, is this
I'm on top of the world, baby.
how it's going to be? It was not.
I would have loved that.
Yep. And then I dropped, and I was like, Brian, let's go play.
I would have been in debt to the Crimson Dawn. So after Richmond was over, I was thinking like, I kind of want to mess around with Poe Dameron. I really enjoyed playing Poe. Super fun deck. Jammed a bunch of games as of the Poe ECL deck that I was really enjoying. And then we, as a collective, kind of the 3 of us, not Flock, kind of worked on this Poe deck together, this Poe Data Vault. So obviously, I got like over 100 reps of this deck. I was feeling very confident, very comfortable. So obviously, it's very clear what I ran. I ran Vader 1 Data Vault, and I got O2'd, and because I'm the king of the swerve. I literally, at like the last minute, they were like, submit your deck list at like 9:50. This event starts at 10. I woke up that morning and I was like, yeah, Flock called me a coward, so I'm going to go and play Vader. And I got O2'd. So it's fine. I'm not really upset about it because I really enjoyed myself doing other side events. Like, I played a Luke Data Vault run 1, and that was a fun game. I won 2'd. I lost game 1, won game 2, lost game 3. It is fine. That was a really tough deck for me to come back with because he opens like Luke Pilot, Luke Lightsaber, do 6. I couldn't like take the shield out and take the Luke out at that point. Like, it was just tough. Game 2, I like won entirely off space. I had like Kylo's tie, Fang Fighter. I might have gotten a 3rd Fang Fighter out. He was just like, I don't know. And then 3rd game, he just crushed me. So I was like, whatever, that's fine. I kind of expected it to go down this way. And then round 2, I sat down across from a Sabine ECL. He took out Sabine, and I was like, I'm going to draft, boys.
I'm dropping, baby.
I'm going to draft, baby. Yeah, so I O2 dropped. I don't feel very bad about it at all. Sometimes I like have that competitive bug, and other times I'm just like, meh, whatever. I was totally fine with it. I actually went back to the hotel, brought some stuff. But it was a little toasty. I was a little toasty, so. But went back to the hotel, changed, grabbed Flock's hoodie. Flock was toasty too, so it was a nice little break. Came back, and Xander was like, "We're drafted. Join us." So it was all it was serendipity, you know. I had a great time. All fine with me.
So the real lesson is, if Flock ever tells you to play a deck, don't.
Don't.
And then the lesson also is, if Brian tells you to play a deck, don't. We're like the worst advice when it comes to
No, I didn't tell Flock to...
It should have...
I didn't tell Flock to play anything.
No, I'm talking about other times. When, like in set 2, you're like Boba Green. And then you're like, Jack, you should really play that Han 2 deck. And then we paired.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
You just like countered me. I was like, okay.
Basically, anytime I'm talking, just stop listening.
Really. We should have known it wasn't going to work for you when we were at the hotel before the tournament started. I time lead a Super Laser Technician to take out your Vader leader.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was like,
Oh, that was sick to put you at 7
Yeah.
to then let you deploy your Vader as well.
I was
Yeah.
able to take out his Vader with my Super Laser Technician.
Because I don't think Brian did like anything after. Pretty sure his hand was like OB.
we went 1-1, and I was like, okay, so we're both in trouble.
I mean, mirrors are
Oh yeah.
Gross.
in a ramp deck in Data Vault too. It
Gross
could be very
and boring.
swingy. Who finds ramp? Who finds
Yeah.
the bomb? But yeah, so the end of day 1, yeah, we were all done. But we were hanging out a lot with the unplayable guys this weekend, and 3 of them made it. D-House didn't, so D-House hung out with us at day 1 and day 2. And then we all played in the that promo event on Sunday, the 4 rounds of Swiss. That I didn't feel like playing Quinlan again. I also didn't feel like playing Kira in like a small event like that, so I played Han for that, and I went 2-1-1. Won my first 2, lost my third. I think I played a Sabine, and then I played a Sabine ECL. I think I played a Kira Data Vault, and then a Kira Data Vault. And then before I even saw the matchup, I asked my opponent in round 4 if we wanted to intentional draw, and he said yes. So then we split the tickets, and then he was like, "This is actually perfect," because he had the 1 p.m. There was another premiere event at 1 p.m. or something like that, and he was getting to that, and then we were like, "Oh, what decks are you playing?" You know, because we even offered that before we saw what our decks were. And I was like, "Oh, I'm playing Han Green," and he's playing Han Green too. And I was like, "That's another mirror that I don't feel like playing." It's just like, who went first? Oh, you did, and you open Falcon Han. Congratulations, you won the game. But that was like nice. So going 2-1-1, I got what? I went 2 wins is 800 plus a
You got
split. So I
1,000.
walked out with 1,000. So that was enough for
Yeah.
me to get my Plo Koon playmat. So I was more than happy with that result. And
Yeah,
then
mine was
just
the
drafted.
opposite. I didn't win a game. I lost round 1, round 2, round 3, and then round 4, the guy's like, "I have a proposition for you," and I was like, "Yes." So we split the
So you only walked away with 200? That's rough.
I only walked away with 200 on that. It was so bad.
Would
I had
you
a fun
played your
time with
Yoda?
everyone. I was on my Yoda Red. I just was. The draws were not there. It was basically the same deck that I started off 4-1 in Richmond. So like I know the deck. I play the deck a lot. Like, and I just was like, I didn't see any of the plays I wanted. Granted, it wasn't updated for the current meta, but I didn't think it really needed too much updating for the current meta. But yeah, very unlucky.
What did you play, Brian? And how'd you? I don't remember how you finished.
I went 2-1-1 as well. I played Poe.
Oh, that's right. I remember your.
Yeah.
So remember my matchup: Sabine ECL, 2 Kira Data Vaults, and then a Han. And what were Brian?
My
matchups?
road to victory is always a little easier than Jack's. The world gives me a natural handicap. So I played a Lake Country Hera. I played a Mace Catacombs of Kadera. And then I played a Vader Yellow. And the Vader Yellow was like really close. It was a 1-2.
Yeah, that's a legit deck. Yeah.
That was a tough matchup. And he Sanctioner shuttled, and I had nothing left in space. I saw nothing in space the rest of game 3, so I was like, okay, even Poe Darksaber can't save me. I think I swung 24, but he just had too much. Like, I have nothing to clear out the ties afterwards, so once he got a clone combat, squadron down. Nothing I can do there, but, I mean, that was a great match. I have nothing to say about that other than that. Great matches.
Yeah, I could see that one being like, if you open black one, you probably just win.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you don't, it could be close depending on how things go.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I thought that promo event was cool. I thought that was a nice little alternative. So like, you didn't have to do pods all day. Like I do like doing pods. I was very happy. I did 2 drafts all week, I guess. Or did I do 3 drafts? I don't remember.
3
But,
drafts
like-
there, and then another draft afterwards.
Well, I think because I only did 1 on Saturday. I did just the one with D House, and then I think I did the one with all of us after because Flock needed like 100 tickets still.
Yeah.
So I think I just did 2.
I did
On
2
demand.
on Saturday.
Yeah, like I think you
I-
did 1 more.
Think I did.
Oh, you would have just done the 1 on Sunday.
I did 1 on Sunday. Yeah, 2 on Saturday, 1 on Sunday.
Yeah. It's not like I wouldn't have had a problem if I just had to wake up and do pods all day, but it was kind of nice to like 1, I got to play a new deck in Premiere, and then 2, I still got to draft for that. I will say like my only real complaint like of the weekend is kind of how slow the pods got going. Like I know they're using Melee for them, but part of me almost wishes that they just did like hand written ones. like I'm thinking our last draft, dude, it took like
And the judges
30
gotta
minutes
walk
for them
away,
to like
too.
get started with us. Like we were there sitting down, and then they still were waiting to pair us. But then every time we did Melee, my email was never entered correctly. I was never in Melee. I could never report results or anything
Yeah.
like that. So it was just like, I don't know. The time in between the rounds was long. Getting going took long, and I don't say that to like put it on the judges, but more so I feel like just the system of like requiring Melee maybe is too much. I don't, and maybe like paper's just as hectic of like what happens if a judge loses a paper. You know what I mean? But I feel like in pods people are honest enough to be like, oh yeah, I played that guy. I lost that guy. Like to figure it out. I don't know. I just feel like if you just wrote it on paper, you left it at the table, the judge could come back, check off, mark the winners, and then move on to the next round would be a lot more ideal than using Melee each time. Yeah, like it felt like that actually. It's great for the main tournament. I've been pretty happy with Melee for main tournament, especially now the deck lists are there for post event and stuff like that. But for me, Melee and then on side events.
Yeah, I agree with that. It felt a little counterintuitive at sometimes.
Yeah. So I think end of it, and we'll segue into like the prize discussion for this too. I think I walked away with 1,600 tickets, 1,000 from that event, 300 for entry. Well, then I went 2-1 in drafts both times, so I walked away with 300 in there. So I walked away with 1,900 tickets.
Not bad.
I also walked away with 1,900, and then you were gracious enough to give me the last 100 I needed.
I
didn't
did
get
hand
anything
out.
else.
Yeah, I gave you 100, so I spent 18, I think.
Yeah, I got 2 mats. That was
I
it.
got 1,200. I'm bad.
Yeah, you should try winning games.
Yeah,
Promise.
No. I was having too much fun. Everyone I played was super nice. I had a lot of fun, like just talking to everyone.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
I kind of was like not in the competitive mood. I was kind of just like, I guess, kind of going through the motions, I guess you can say, trying to have a conversation, sort of. But
Yep.
yeah,
The difference really between us was just the main, or not the main event, the promo event. I walked
Yeah.
away with 800 tickets from that. And
oh
walked
yeah,
away
if you
with-
win, when you win a bunch of games, what is it, 400
1,000.
win?
you walked
yeah.
away with 1,000, Jack.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
you
walked away with
yeah,
something.
you won 2 and you drawed 1, so
Yeah, so I
so
got
it
that was the 800 difference or whatever we had. So,
yeah. Oh,
yeah,
true.
you're just about.
So I'm bad.
Yeah,
You can
absolutely.
say it. You could say it.
Absolutely. Dude, I did feel bad in that promo event, my first round, the Sabine ECL guy. Normally I'm like, not necessarily chatty during the game because I know not everybody likes that. But normally I'll like be talkative before and in between rounds and stuff. But I was like mute for like the beginning of it. I was just exhausted Sunday morning.
Yeah, I didn't sleep all weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, just like, just like having, drinking alcohol messes with your sleep schedule. So it's like, even if we're not like, we didn't have a crazy amount Saturday night, but just having a few beers, sleeping where you're not, having Brian snore all night, like, your sleep's gonna
We
be
ping
a
pong.
mess.
Because when I woke up, you were snoring, and then I'm sure when you woke up, I was snoring.
I slept
Yeah.
pretty well considering I was literally sleeping on the
On the
springs.
springs.
You was
Just
the other
under
side of the
springs.
room.
Like there wasn't
Fuck,
even a
it was a
tenth of a
pull-out couch.
mattress. It was just like
There was like a half
springs.
wall separating us. I couldn't even hear you, Flood.
Yeah, we were like around the corner or
It
whatever.
was great
Yeah.
being far away from you guys. You guys won't stop yapping, dude. Holy
Yeah, if you ever wondered about what it's like spending a weekend with Flock, I think I literally said the sentence. So you just start talking when you wake up, huh?
yeah, I'm like,
Like
this
straight up.
morning.
I would wake up and he's just going.
yeah,
And
my
Jack's
girlfriend
like,
hates it.
"Yep."
We wake up and I'm
Yep.
just like, good morning, and I start talking. She's like, no, shut up.
Yep. So yeah, segue to prizes. I walked away with a lot. It felt like, but I should note that I think me and Brian both bought the Sunday bundle. If you did a side
Yes.
event, you could $50. You got another participant mat. You got a keychain. You got a pack of sleeves, and you got the Palp
Yes.
promo for $50. So I did that, but I'm trying to think what I spent. I spent my tickets on
Plo Koon.
the Plo Koon playmat, 2 of the
Oh, there's a picture,
remaining
right?
pins that I need.
There's a picture in Discord, isn't there?
Yeah.
Or
And
Blue
then
Sky?
2 of the sleeves. I bought Plo Koon and Ahsoka sleeves.
Yeah.
And that was everything I bought. Everything else was like added in extra from that.
And pins.
Yeah, I got the 2 pins.
Yeah.
The 2
look at all
pins,
those
the Plo Koon mat, the Plo Koon sleeves, and the Ahsoka sleeves.
Did you
were what
find the one pin you said you thought you couldn't?
I
find?
did. Yeah, it was
Okay,
like
good,
it somehow like fell into like a crevice in the suitcase where there was a
Gotcha.
hole that's not supposed to be. Yeah, I was like freaking out. I was like, I know it was only 200 tickets, but like, There was like the one
That's
thing I was
200
excited
to
about was
spend at
completing.
Worlds,
I
yeah.
have all 5 pins of this set that are announced and are starting to be spoiled. So I've set 5 as well. Yeah, like I'll probably do something like that and then put all the sets on there as well.
I
And then we
love
still have
this
that Mandalorian
thing.
game.
Yeah,
That pin.
I took it off my backpack just because my backpack got tossed around a lot during the trip, under the
Yeah.
seat in the plane. Like I didn't want to lose one. Last time I went on a trip, it ended up in Scott's shoe. I can't have that, you know.
Yep.
Um,
Yeah, Scott Shoe.
yeah, I ended up getting 2 mats. I got a BB-8 and a Ray, and they're gorgeous. I don't know which one I'm going to use as my go-to.
You walked home with 5 playmats then, right?
I did, yeah.
2 participant, your VIP, which was the now or 2 of them.
Right.
And the BB-8 and the Ray.
But like the BB-8, I mean, I'm gonna show it to you. It's not gonna be the same, but like in person, this thing, like you can see the motion blur. It's gorgeous. I love this thing.
I do love the BB-8.
I think this might be my favorite walking away from the weekend.
You
Race
should have bought
close
that
second.
immediately on Sunday and then played.
I did.
Oh, you did? You played?
Yeah, I
Pro?
did.
Great.
Yeah, after round 1, I had all the tickets I needed because I only got 600 on Saturday.
Yeah.
But yeah, then I played the rest with BB-8, and it was awesome. Super cool. I liked the pricing for this better than Richmond.
Yeah, I like the mat. I mean, yeah, I mean, there was like some more stuff, right? There was like the new soft crates. And
Oh,
there
yeah.
was just arguably better playmats. Yeah, the Piat one, and then there was an Ahsoka one with Plo on the back.
Which came with
And yeah, I
the,
mean, I think just the difference for me in this one is just the playmats. Like all the other stuff is kind of like side, and the rest of the prizing was pretty much the same. I think just the choices for the playmats were a lot better. Like I think Ahsoka, now there are 2 of them. Ray, BB-8 are all better than what was that? Richmond, which was
Kylo, Scramble Fighters, Close the Shield Gate, Cody, and
Scramble the Fighters.
there was one more, I think. No, I think that was it, actually. It was Kylo, Close the Shield Gate, Scramble Fighters, and Cody.
Yeah, and there was,
Yeah,
I mean, there was a 5th technically, but it was a participant. It was the Poe.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, I think there was 5.
Participant.
Yeah.
Participant.
I have to say, the participant looks worse on the executor.
It does.
Just
It's
being-
a stark black background.
Yeah.
And it's
yeah.
it's very front and center. I don't think I'm ever going to use that mat. I might when I play Piat, but even then.
Yeah.
Just put your resources on it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Cover it up.
Yeah. Just ramp faster. So yeah, see that
Right
less.
fast. I gotta not see this.
I can't see this participant.
So I mean, yeah. So then I guess just general thought. I mean, you kind of said that, but just like prize wall ticketing, like how do we feel? I mean, nothing was different in regards to ticketing from Richmond.
No, and I still think that the main event feels a little bad if you're not making day 2. If you're sinking, so like Jack, for example, played 6 rounds, and you got, 300 tickets out of it? Not that that's the main reason you're playing the main event. Like, it's,
No,
it's
but yeah, I
for-
mean, I
it's for
feel more
glory,
for
but-
people who were 6-2 in the last round,
yeah.
lost.
If
for
you're sinking in
6-3,
your whole day,
and then
like-
didn't make day 2, so now they played all 9 rounds and only got 300 tickets.
Yeah.
They should maybe at least probably in that point like change it to be if you finish the thing, if you finish the round, you get X amount for wins or whatever. Because the whole point is they want you to drop to then go do side events,
Yeah, they want you to spend. Like, there's a balance
spend
there
money,
where
which
they
is
want you to go
fine.
spend money.
which is fine. They don't want people to like just stay in the main event and have the pods not really shooting whatever going off. So I get that. But then if you go 6-2 and you're like you lose the last round, you're like, well, that's my entire day and I didn't do any pods when I could have. Knowing if I knew this in the morning. So yeah, if you play all 9 rounds and then you end up scrubbing out last minute, they should at least give you tickets per win.
Yeah, part of me
That's-
wonders like if they would almost do it like if they put 300 tickets on the table, 200 to winner, 100 to loser. Even if you played all 9 rounds
Yeah.
and lost, you end up with 900 and you're still incentivized on Sunday to go and play.
Yeah, but I think
Yeah.
what they want you to do is they want you to, if you're not going to make it, to drop and then go do side events.
Yeah, I just mean like I feel it. Well, it'll feel better in that regard, but also I think you'll still be incentivized to drop because if you play all 9 rounds and you go 0-9,
Oh yeah.
you're still coming out worse than if you just dropped and did pods and then split. Like even if you just start
Yeah.
splitting tickets with your group and stuff.
Yep. I still think I like the idea at the very end. Like if you played all rounds, you get X amount. the same. It's essentially the same thing, except they wait till the very end to give it to you.
I believe in Ron.
Something just incentivize it. But I do get, it can't, like.
I think
I don't
Ron
say
chatted with
can't,
a lot
but
of people.
it probably shouldn't be as good as like people who are paying to play.
For sure. Yep.
In side events or something, right? It's got to like come down a notch because you do want some incentive to do it. But I mean, those side events were going crazy. They seemed
they were.
swamped like both days, like later in the day
They're
Saturday and like all day Sunday. It just seemed lines were long.
And
Yeah,
there's one event I'm shocked that Brian didn't do. So shocked.
The Carbonite.
He wouldn't shut up about it. Yeah.
It was
That's
like
me.
every time he saw it, he had to like talk through.
Yeah, he had to
not
talk about it.
entering.
He's like, so there's this Carbonite draft.
Yeah, it was a
going
Carbonite.
on.
It wasn't dragged. It was sealed.
Oh,
So
sealed.
you would get 6 packs at 150. So it was like buying six packs at MSRP. You're buying half a box. And I've opened enough for this set in my lifetime. Like it's so tempting, and they had them at vendors too, where you could buy a Carbonite box for a decent enough discount. I think it was like $245, which. If I wanted to do that, I think that's the right way to go about it because I'm getting the other half of the box for much less than MSRP.
Well, it depends how you want tickets because pretty much every game
was
from what I
$400 for a
heard they
win.
split, but everybody just split. So it was like you walked away
Yeah.
with 600 tickets.
I didn't want to pay all that money, truthfully. It's day 2.
No,
like
I think
day
that's very
one.
fair.
Yeah,
I
you
was
should,
saying, like-
no, you should not have done that. You made the right call. But it was like
It hurt
you
me,
literally
though.
had to, every time you saw the sign, you had to bring it up. It's like, hey, there's the Carbonite draft.
I walked
Yeah.
away going like, I know what I have to do, but I don't know if I have the strength to do it. And I did have the strength to do
That's a
it.
Kylo quote.
Yes, I know. So yeah, no, but I think on the topic of prizing and of side events and all that other stuff, I think Ron and Corey and all them were having good conversations with people throughout the day to kind of gauge where everyone was at. So I mean, they're always listening. They've got their ear to the ground, which is nice. And I mean, Ron's the goat. Corey's the
Ron
goat.
was saying how his cat loves watching us. Every time
Yeah.
we play cards, like move our hands, his cat will like paw at the screen.
It's great.
funny.
A lot of people. I'm always semi shocked. Not that it's my show. It's Jack's show, but
False.
people are coming up to us and saying like,
People
"Oh,
watch for you and Flockton. I promise.
I don't know about that.
Nobody watches for me.
I don't know about that, Mister Top 8, just Jack on
Sure.
So, but no, people were coming up to us all day, all weekend, really. I mean, like, hey, love your stuff. We would like sit and chat. I would start my pod or whatever. They're like, hey, drinking the basement, guys. Really love your stuff, So it's just nice, people in this community are just
Yeah.
really
Yeah,
kind.
it's always like humbling just the amount of people that come up to
Yeah.
us or whatever.
Never lost on us. We really appreciate everyone that came in and said hi, said something to us. Even our goofy little tokens, our little poker chips that we gave out.
So many people were coming up because you guys were better than
Yeah.
me. Because a lot of times I just get like socializing and forget, or like I drink so much water during the day that as soon as the game ends, I'm running to the bathroom. But you guys would give them out, and then people would come up to me and be like, "I heard I need the third token." I was like, "Hey, yeah, here you go. You wouldn't even play, but here you go."
People who had never heard of us prior to, like, go ahead.
My favorite was Flock and Brian like came up to me looking for me, and then like someone else at the same time approached and started talking to me, so they were like waiting. But then a young kid comes up, and he holds up his phone, and he was just like, "This is you." It was like our podcast on Spotify. Like, you're the man that talks on this. I was like, yeah, we are. And then he showed me that he had Brian's and Flock's token, and so then I was like, oh, here's the third. You completed the set or whatever and stuff. But it was just very funny that a young kid, like, I don't know, 8, 9, 10, 11,
Yeah.
was talking about how he listens
His
to
dad
us
was
on
like-
the drive into school every morning.
I
That
was
poor
like,
child.
I'm so sorry, man. They were like, no, keep on, which is
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, we were having a good laugh about that. I was like, oh man, I got to
You
tone
gotta
it down
watch
a
the
little bit,
language.
Yeah, exactly. Scott.
Yes, guys.
It's usually Scott.
It's this
Watch the alcohol consumption, Flock.
That was
Whoa.
me too. That was last week. Hey, for everyone that hasn't noticed, I fixed the zoom on my camera and the centering on my camera. Apparently, I had set it to 140 zoom, unbeknownst to me, for whatever reason. I think that was like, I think I was trying to fix something potential like.
Did
Looking
you
at
use
the,
it for when you open Carbonite
Yeah.
and then just never put it back?
Yeah,
pretty much.
I think that's what it was. Because I swapped between the two. I have two different ones. I swapped between the two. And this
Yeah,
one
you're like,
was-
it's Riverside. I was like, I don't think it's Riverside. Me and Flock don't have it this year.
All right.
It was Razor Synapse, and by Razor Synapse, it was me.
Yeah.
So yeah,
But yeah, I mean, community was awesome. Like it's just all like we always preach that like the best part of these events are the people. So like when you do go 0-2, 1-3, 3-3 drop, like your weekend's not ruined, right? There are people like if you're competitive, you're competitive. Like I'm not saying like everybody's got to be like us, but I would say the vast majority of people, like especially with Galactics coming up, like go for like the hang. Like make sure that when you're going there, like try to figure out like, hey, when is like is there a meetup? Is anybody doing anything Friday, Saturday, Sunday night, etc.? Like those will be the memories that'll last longer than you doing middling at a Galactic.
Sunday. Sunday night is gonna be in my
Sunday night
mind.
was a blast. So
forever.
we stayed at the Hyatt
Regency.
right across the street, pretty much like a block away from the place. And we stayed like we booked knowing the Unplayable guys were going to be there, so we knew that we were going to be hanging out with them and stuff. But then also Justin from Bucketheads like met up with us, and he was like it was just him. So he was Scott for the weekend. So we had the eight of us ready to go. But we hung out Saturday, which was fun. But like we all knew we had to get up. Like Jim, Jay, and Mike all made day 2, and like wanted someone of a good night's sleep. Though we were dying at the bar, just making jokes and hanging out that night.
It was
but then
Brain
the next
Rot
night,
Central. Oh my god,
Brain Rot, yep.
So many like
Brain
vocals.
Rot Central, pretty much, dude. Jay literally Jay had to stop eating because he was laughing so hard at just like everything.
He's like,
Justin was
I wanted
amazing.
this,
Justin
coach.
was such great company.
Oh yeah. Oh my god. We love the Buckheads too. I mean, they've got
Like we knew we liked them anyways, but like this was
Yeah.
our first time like actually getting to hang out with Justin, and it was a blast.
Oh my god.
So
I
I'm
was
looking forward to hanging out with the rest of the
crying.
crew at Galactics.
crying.
He had to sign something to bring back. I forget to who on the team. They were like,
was,
he's the biggest fanboy and like he.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Justin told him that he was hanging out with us, and he was like gushing and stuff. And I was like, yeah, sure. Dude, he let us sign the Hyperspace Stolen AT Hauler. Like, bro, I feel like I'm ruining the value on this thing.
It was Julian, right?
Oh, is it Julian? Yeah.
I think it was Julian.
But yeah, then Sunday night was cool because I mean originally KTOD had an Airbnb kind of offsite that fit all of them, but then I think Stevie, Justin, and CJ all went home early. I think so. Then Alex, Mike, Maddie, and Tada, I guess, all went and booked Sunday night at the same hotel we were at. Ophir was already staying there. And then so Sunday night we got to celebrate, right? We all hung out. We started the night with a draft of the prize packs that Jay, Jim, and
right.
Mike won. So we did a draft of that. And then then like the KTOD guys walked in and were like, "Oh, like woo, congrats, man. Like it's awesome." And then Mike bought a bottle of champagne and we did a toast to Ophir and stuff, and it was good hanging out. I know some of the Boston Network guys were there as well, like Ann and Chris Stubbs and
That was a big bar tab.
Yeah. Drinks were flowing. I mean, like it was a good time, just hanging out with people, like especially like us Unplayable and like KTOD specifically. Like I mean, I guess out of that crew is really just Mike, like going all the way back to the Destiny days. But we've had a good relationship with Maddie and Woo and Alex and stuff since then. But I was just so hyped for Ophir too. He's like one of the nicest guys in the scene, and dude crushed it. I think he dropped like 7 games all day or all weekend or something like that. So what was it 13 rounds and then plus top 8, top 4 finals. So that's insane that he only dropped 7.
I didn't even win. I only won 1 game total.
I don't think I won 7 all weekend. Even including all my
that's true.
I don't think I won 7. I won. Yeah, I won 1.
Yeah.
I might have at most won like 5 games.
I get better when I drink, actually.
Oh my god! Yes.
Also, one of my favorite memories is that Justin was playing Rondy Stubbs from Boston Network. He also has his own channel, if you don't know. But he was playing with him, and he was like he was beating him, like he had no problem. And then he came over and played Brian, and Brian was like several drinks in playing.
Telling stories, like in the middle of it, like I didn't know what I was just like plopping cards down. Yeah. Telling stories.
Absolutely no idea what he's doing. Yeah. And he's just crushing Justin. Justin had like no outs to like anything.
Yep.
Brian was just like, "Oh, you did that? Yeah, here's Poe with Darksaber. Oh, you did that? Yeah, here's this huge pilot thing that you can't do anything about. Oh, I
go
went
back
super
to
wide."
my story too. It was a blast. Hit him
was
with
like,
the
how did
yoinky
I just
sploinky, bro.
compete with Rodney Stubbs and then proceed to get like 2-0'd in Premiere, and then you guys played each other in draft, and I think he lost to you as well.
No, not draft. It was a single. It was a singular twin sons.
the
Twin sons.
single
Solo
game
twin
twin
sons. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
on. What was I on? I don't even remember. What I
You
was
were
playing.
Obi Rose, and he was Dooku Vader, I think,
Yeah.
Yep.
and that was a game. Yeah, imagine
Yoinky
one-on-one
sploinky.
twin sons.
Oh my
30
god,
health
dude.
base, but you get 2 leaders.
That was so great. I love
There
Sunday
were
night.
so many units on the board.
Sunday night was so funny. It was
Yes.
the best.
Yeah.
I had a
Yeah, it was
blast.
a blast. And then then Monday morning we had a
Not a
6 a.m.
blast.
flight again. So
That
we were
was
at
not
the
a
airport
blast.
at 4.
I think we went to bed at what 12:30.
Something
and I
like
woke
that.
up at 3:15.
Yeah.
Well, I slept less than that because I didn't fall asleep before Brian. So then
Oh.
I got caught by
I
Brian.
think I passed out right away.
When
Well,
I
Brian
drank,
kept me up. Brian was yapping when we got into the room.
Yeah,
He was
Brian
a
was
flock
yapping.
central.
I
and
actually
then-
wasn't yapping. Brian was.
I was
yapping.
just I was vibing. I was having a great
Yeah.
night. I was
No, it was
when
a
I
good time.
when I'm actually happy, which is very very rare for me. I won't shut up. I get like flat. I won't shut up.
But no, yeah, it was
Yeah.
a great time. It makes me feel very much more excited for Las Vegas. This almost feels like it was a little bit of a taste. You know,
Oh yeah.
we'll get Thursday night as well. Like we're adding another night into the mix of what it is, and also
Oh my god, so much fly.
more things to do. I guess more
That's
people to meet.
much
It was
fun.
really cool seeing a lot of the designers there. Like a lot of them put in a lot of time Saturday. Like Ryan Serrano, I think, was there, and Xander were there from like open to close pretty
Yep.
much because they were not there on Saturday. Which shout out to Danny. Danny got
Sunday.
married on Sunday, so that's why he wasn't there at all.
Yeah.
So he had the wedding booked, obviously, and then the Minnesota event was booked that weekend after. But yeah, it was always a great time seeing all the FFG crew as well.
Corey was there too. Corey was the man.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of the OP or the marketing team got off, but it seemed like a lot of the designers were off to go to the wedding, which makes sense. Yeah, Corey wanted us to go to karaoke.
I wanted to, but it was a tough stuff.
Well, it was Sunday night, and it was just like no, and we had the early flight and stuff, and I was like, didn't start till 9. I was like,
Yeah.
even though like I figured we weren't going to be in bed early at the hotel anyways, but there's a difference, at least mentally, just like being out and about, and
Yeah.
also having to get the social battery to do karaoke, which is not
I don't
really
do
any
that.
of our forte. I would say.
No, I don't do that. I don't do it.
no.
I could probably.
Jack's
maybe
really good
if,
at karaoke.
Maybe if you get me enough, I can maybe do "Baby Got Back," but that's probably about it.
Oh,
My-
Galactics! Everyone, mark it in your
probably
Mark
calendar.
it
Right.
down.
Baby
Flock
Got
will do Baby Got Back. I'll do Eye to Eye from the Goofy movie. And Brian, what
I'll
did
take
you say?
request. Billie Eilish.
What's that? Oh, Billie Eilish.
Billie
Yeah,
Eilish.
that's what we did.
Poorly, drunkenly.
We did it for one of our friends' birthdays.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah,
I wasn't
you're
even
not.
invited.
You're not. You got to be more social, so then you get invited to these things.
Darn.
That's your issue.
I don't like being social.
But yeah, I mean, weekend was amazing. We're still all trash at SWO. I did make the joke how our best was Unplayable's worst, and we just can't be having that anymore. D-House also 3-3, and that's what I did, 3-3 drop.
I gotta step it up because Brian clearly can't, so I gotta step it up. I gotta step it up. My bad, guys. I will do better.
Well, Brian's checked out for Galactics. He's not doing
yeah,
main
so I'm
event.
gonna do better.
Sure. You also are gonna have more losses.
So
We'll
unless we can get Brian, do we have another PQ to get him get him?
Yeah,
a win?
unless Brian gets a bye,
Let's
and then he
get him
can
a
skip
bye.
day
Let's
one.
get him a bye, baby.
Yeah.
We'll see. Philly PQ
Yeah, I
coming
think-
up. We'll see if I can squeeze it out.
Yeah, for us, we got what's the 21st, I believe,
21st.
is Red Caps PQ, which
Yeah, I can't make it.
I think we'll be streaming. I just might have a lot of things coming up on my plate, which might just make it hard for me to be there all day type thing. You know, if I make it and go on a run, then I'll stick, but we'll see about full commitment to streaming. Ideally, we are currently planning to. I would say yes, but I did message Tim from McClunky. I was like, hey, did you want to stream this? And he's like, nah, we got too much going on. I was like, I feel that. So, but yeah, well, 2 of us will be there. Maybe 3 of us. Maybe Scott's going. I don't know what his plans are.
I just got my tickets last night, so
Yeah, I think that's the only other
tickets for
real
that,
thing.
and then for pre-release already, if you can believe that. I mean, that's
Yeah, Thursdays.
that's coming
Talk
up.
to your local game store about doing a Thursday, a July 3rd pre-release. Stores are allowed to do that.
It's gonna
Our
be a
store's
long
doing
day
it,
for
so
me.
we're going.
Long day. I'm getting
Wait,
off
are
a
we gonna
plane
do?
that
Are we
day.
gonna do a live stream after that, or?
No, I'll probably get my stuff that morning so I can get a video out for Carbonite.
Okay.
I'll probably
And then
stream
Brian's
that
probably
night
gonna
after
do a
Wait, so
stream.
pre-release.
we can't pick it up that night.
No, they don't do night.
Oh.
Like Wednesday night? No.
No, the night before the pre-release.
That will be Wednesday night.
Wednesday night.
Oh.
It's on a
I
Thursday.
literally just said you can do pre-release Thursdays.
Yeah, but I know. I thought you would pick it up Thursday night. No.
No, and then I said I'd be going during the day Thursday to pick it up before that,
Yeah,
so I
that's
could
what
come home
that's
and
what
record.
confused me.
Yeah,
and
we
then-
know.
Then you'll pick up Brian from the airport, bring him to the pre-release
I
on
will.
Thursday,
Yeah.
and then I mean Brian will do his two-case opening that night, and we could probably hop in on Discord with him and talk,
Yeah.
and hang out and stuff. But I'll
Yeah.
probably try to open to get a
Ew.
video out earlier.
Maybe I'll do that in the. Maybe I'm getting a little ambitious. Maybe I'll do that in the Golden Dice channel. Whoever wants to drop by, come drop by, but still stream it.
Yeah,
Although-
still go to YouTube.
Yeah. So I've got 2 cases of Carbonite coming in, and that's it for me at this time. I've got no regular, so I won't be
Only
opening
2
anything until
cases?
after pre-release.
Yep. All right, we're super behind on spoilers. We'll catch up at some point. We'll try to figure that out. We're gonna have to break that down. But any just like quick shout out since we haven't covered it. Any cards that you're excited for that you've seen
Oh,
in
all
the
of them.
last little bit?
Vader.
Ooh, the
Yeah, the new
Vader's,
Vader looks sick.
New Vader is incredible.
That Vader with ECL is gonna be freaking nasty, dude.
I mean, Shatterpoint today looks amazing.
Yeah,
Kiadi
Shatterpoint looks
Moon,
sick. That's
looks
immediately
amazing.
going to my Kit Fisto blue deck.
Yep.
Yeah.
Kit Fisto was gonna be my shout out. Everybody's sleeping on him. I think he's good. I was glad to see Danny bring him today and get a win. Felt great.
We didn't talk about any of the Galactic stuff, did we?
What galactic stuff?
The Galactic cards that they showed. The
Oh, like no, because that was like the whole prestige
stream.
and stuff, and then no, we didn't really get into any of that. Which all that seems super
All
duper
that.
exciting.
Ezra Bridger riding a Purgle is amazing, and I never knew I needed it so badly.
Yeah, I'm trying to even remember what our last like we talked about Kanan and Curious Flock. Like I think we might have ended with some of the Talson stuff. I think, but
Maybe.
Yeah.
spoiler wise, so we got a
we-
ways to go.
But that's what I'm looking forward to. Talzin. I was telling Jack earlier before we recorded this that I just made a Talzin deck. Yeah, it's a lot of knights,
I
a
feel
lot of
like,
Night Sisters and stuff. I'm very excited for it.
feel like we haven't talked about anything since the Legacy run. We didn't even talk about the Legacy run. And last
Yeah, we
before
did.
that was our spoilers, right?
Did we talk about the
Legacy
legacies? The
Yeah,
legacy
you're talking
run?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't know if we talked about that.
I think that's where we're at. We're a little behind.
Just a tad. Just a tad.
Just
little bit.
a teeny bit.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyways, cool. Yeah, I mean, we're excited very, very much for set 5. Excited for these events. I'm definitely checked out a little bit on set 4. It was a great set. Loved it. No complaints. Just more so, I'm very excited for set 5. And so it's even going to be hard to practice for that Philadelphia PQ.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah,
that.
I feel like everybody will kind of be there because it's like the 21st is 13 days from pre-release. 12 days because Thursday.
Right.
One last hurrah for the set. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm still loving set 4, honestly. And I was saying this weekend as well, that I think usually at this point I'm like, all right, I want a new set to roll around because it's came out in March and it's about to be June next week. I'm still feeling pretty good on this set. I think the band this time felt a little more.
I'll say it probably
impactful.
helped that we had like a meta shift.
Yeah, and the meta just feels like you can bring anything and still do
Yep.
decently well into it if you've got enough reps. I don't know. It still feels fresh to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree with you. The next set just looks bananas. They put out the Graceful Purgle today that you can
You
upgrade.
put a lightsaber in the
Oh,
space unit.
lightsaber.
Upgrade-
Oh my
yeah, like, you
gosh,
could-
That's hilarious.
Can't wait
And-
to hot shot blast from my space unit.
And on our Discord, put like photoshopped like a Grievous wheel bike on it.
Oh
made
my
him wearing
God.
armor.
That
hot
that
shot.
video- that picture was so good.
Yeah, it's just like so packed of stuff that it's hilarious.
It's a hot shot. It's like a
Yeah,
lightsaber.
Mando armor, a lightsaber, hot shot blaster, and Grievous's wheel bike, all
Yep.
on the Purgle.
So good.
Yeah.
Yep,
But,
that's gonna
yeah.
be fun.
So we're all excited for that. I don't know. We're kind of like past the print and play life, but we'll see how long we can hold off.
I no longer want to do arts and crafts. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I get it.
If I have time, I can do it. If you guys want me to.
Okay, that's not gonna happen.
What's that supposed to mean?
You
Well,
know
Fox
exactly
says if he
what
has
it
time, he'll
means.
do it. It never.
Well, I mean, I can print them.
Yep.
I can not print them at work because I'm not allowed to do that. And then
I still vote no.
I can find time.
If Flock cuts him and sleeves him, I'll play with him.
Yeah. Send me a
Absolutely.
video. You gotta do it where you send me a deck list and I can do it. Because I might
do
be
the
doing it
starters.
for
Start with the
the
starters,
Mother
bud.
Talzin deck because Mother Talzin.
Do the spotlight decks. Let's get some games in on them.
Nah, sounds
You
good.
like Maul?
I do. I do.
I do.
I do. That's right. I do.
There's a project.
This man let his luggage go around the carousel twice in Philadelphia.
No, not just that. Okay, so I go.
So the first time.
So how funny would it be if I just like let my luggage go around, and then Brian's like, "Well, my dad will leave you here," and then all of a sudden I'm waiting for it, and I look over, I'm like, "Oh, it actually did go all the way around," and I went and grabbed it.
And when we got to Minnesota, Brian and I stood right where the luggage comes out, and Flock stood on the other side. So when we got there, we had to wait for him.
I need a piece of quiet from Brian. He wouldn't stop yapping in my ear.
True. I think that pretty much covered anything that we missed from Minnesota, from the regional.
I think we got it all. I just wanted to shout out everyone that we saw and everyone that we chatted with, like especially the people that watch us, people that support us, and I mean KTFD, Implayable, Justin. I didn't really know.
Not
many
Bucketheads,
about-
just Justin.
Just Justin. Yeah, the other
Just
guys.
Justin. The other JJ.
Julian, starting off rough, bud. I don't know. Not kidding.
Yeah, shout out to C Raptor Late Night McClunky for
Yeah.
also streaming the event. Those guys just doing it for
The love
no
of the game,
compensation
baby.
and stuff, and all did an excellent job
Yep.
Absolutely.
with it. Cool.
It was fun.
Yeah, it was a great event. A++.
What's the next one?
Tactics is the next thing. Sectors and regionals, I think, are once per set, if I remember right.
Are they?
Well, sectors are twice, regional once.
Oh.
So 3 regionals a year,
Oh my God! Are you kidding me?
Oh my god.
and 6 sectors a year for the U.S. at least, for North
I-
America. I think that's what it was. I don't think it was per season, but I don't remember.
Per set, I can't afford that.
Well, yeah. Yeah, we're not. I don't think we'll do that. Wonder if I can, half quickly, find it.
Oh my gosh, that'd be nuts.
Oh, that would be nuts.
That would be nuts.
That's a lot of time I got to spend with Flockton.
Okay, I want to do that. I hope it's that.
This weekend
What time
was
Brian?
this
What
weekend
time
was a
was
lot of
Brian?
exposure. You know. I also love the people. The more we hung out with people, the more they looked at me and Jack after Flock said something, and we're like, "Oh, I get it. That's not a bit."
Yeah,
me.
yeah. People eventually just look at him, give him a blank stare, and then shift their eyes to us and be like, "Did he really just say that?" We're like,
Yeah,
yes,
he did.
Yes, he did.
And he meant it.
Yeah.
Every word.
But all right.
Oh wait! Shout out to Marty and Hoover.
Oh, yeah, the old GDP.
And Flockton was
That's
like,
true.
if they would go up to Flockton and be like, "Hey Flock, really good to see you. You remember us?" He'd be like, "No,
And they're like, we know.
you know."
We know. Because we towards the end of Destiny, we play tested with them a lot. We had them on the podcast. There's just another group of guys that we kind of connected with towards the end and called them GDP North. They're based right out of Minnesota. Marty had a PSA graded 10
Afro.
Dr. Afra from Destiny that he was
Oh,
wearing
God.
around his neck for the weekend, which was awesome.
So funny.
Yeah.
And now I'm out of shoutouts.
Add a shout-outs.
Yeah. Great event, boyos.
Yeah, it was a great time. So be sure to book your Galactic tickets, even if you're not interested in the main event. I think the side event, from what I understood and what they've talked about, even in the conversations that we had, the pricing structure will be even better and will be generous for stuff. So you'll be walking away with a lot of goodies. And I know some people want some things to be a little exclusive, but I do hope a lot of things are just very easy to get. Where if you do side events and put your time in, you'll get it. I hope that's the way for the showcases. My personal opinion.
Let's hope.
Cool.
Rebellions are built on hope.
I need them. I need.
Yeah, finish the season, dude.
I need these filled.
Isn't that the
please.
quote? Did I quote it right?
Yes, rebellions.
Yes, but still, finish the season before you quote the show.
What? No. That's like a
Facidi.
Leia quote from something
Yep.
else.
Okay, finish the show, buddy. Finish the show.
Rebellions are built on hope. It's like a Leia quote from the original season. or something
Hope,
like that,
coach.
Series.
Yeah, you're thinking of hope.
Coach.
Hope, coach.
All right. Thanks for watching. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Blue Sky, YouTube, Spotify, wherever you listen to your podcast. We're there, and appreciate the support. As always, give us a like, give a subscription, give a follow, and give us a review if you haven't already. We appreciate it, and we will catch y'all next time. Deuces.